Hello, Earth beings. How the heck are ya? This is Holy Spirited Tarot by me. I am Anita. Whew, I'm an Earth sign, so I can just keep it real with y'all. I just still just very agitated. Just came through something that tried to transpire before me. Some sneaky, conniving relative got my closer relatives involved. Try to go behind me to swindle me out of some finances. I mean, I'm not even a person who cannot be negotiated with, but never let your kindness be presumed as your weakness. So you have to stand up for yourself to do it. Anyway, even in the face of family, losing family, who gives a crap? Don't let nobody take advantage of you. Okay. So, good thing that I shuffled and prayed over your cards before this incident happened, so as not to get my own energy involved in what's going on here. All right. So this is your reading for the weekend. We're healing today. We're growing. We're identifying things within us, within our nature, that needs to be identified, dealt with, magnified, matured to produce growth, right? Okay, so we are using these decks. Unbelievable. We're using the Black Angel cards. It's an oracle deck of messages for divining or guiding your life. We are the masters of our own destiny. Yes, so have what you say. And I'm going to tarot a portion of your reading using the Tarot of the Orishas, which is an African deck, which is different from the European deck that we are normally more affiliated with or recognize more. It's nothing like the Rider-Waite deck. That's the European deck that everybody usually uses. Culturally, very, 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 very different in meaning. However, there are some parts here, and it's got this guide here, that when something is considerably close, then we can say, hey, this card will remind you of this particular card in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. I never can say that name. Anyway, there's several other cards that have nothing to do with the Rider-Waite. So I love this deck. I'm just learning it, but it's very rich. And then on top of that, we'll use the emotional healing cards here. Okay, these will help balance your emotions for a healthy mind, body, and soul. I just really want to get away from relationship weekend readings, at least for a little spell, because a lot of people are going through some relationship issues, situationships, arrangementships, whatever. I'm just saying that until we ourselves are happy, whole, loving ourselves as much as possible, we can't love anybody else. So why get with the drama, the relationships drama? Let's just deal with our own drama, okay? So what I pulled for you, actually these cards came together, but one was hiding behind the other. It came out like this, the Sower. And I thought it was just one card, the Sower. So Earth-like. By the way, Earth is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I am a Capricorn, Taurus rising. A lot of Earth in my chart. Capricorn, Mercury, Capricorn, Moon, Earth, 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 Earth. We like to make sense of things. We got to make things make sense, and they need to be grounded, not some flighty, nonsensical crap. It's interesting because I have a lot of air in my chart too. Air signs. everything's flighty. Everything's all over the place. Think, 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 think. But thank God on earth I can ground those thoughts and bring it into existence for everybody else to see. That is my gift, the sower. See? Plant those seeds and watch them grow. But then underneath that was the poet. Okay? I'm going to read that. It's getting dark in here. Okay, let's go ahead and read that. The sower. Still shaking that situation off. The sower. God bless that person who tried to bamboozle me. Should always bless those who try to use you so that good karma can come back to you. Okay? Don't be like them. Be better. You are bringing forth life from the seeds that have been planted. Came in the upright, the sower. On the waking path, which is upright, you're flourishing. On the sleeping path, you're disappearing. All right? But this did come in the upright. Earth signs. The sower germinates and brings out what is hidden in us and around us. Your innovative and creative spirit brings out the best potential in people and places. In that sense, you are a creator by expanding our collective consciousness about everything around us. You live and breathe knowing that something new and exciting is on the horizon. Your imagination is so vast and deep that, lots of energy, that even you are surprised at the scope of your visions. You bring forth ideas that can change the way the world works. The power of your ideas and creations can become part of the evolution of humankind when you pursue your creativity and sacredness. You affect large masses of people with this simplest shift. On the awakening path, you flourish and achieve your highest potential. In flourishing, you feel a sense of worthiness. You have truly earned your place in the world. Right? There are some of you who may be on your sleeping path, but this did not come out in reverse. Okay? So I'm not going to go there. Basically, on the sleeping path is don't be afraid to be who you are, even if you're different. People may not understand you, which makes you feel you want to shrink back and stop sharing to the world. Don't do that. Share anyway. Right? And then you have the poet. Upright also. The poet. You bring rhythm to life. So not only do you bring life, create life, you bring motion to it. You go. On the waking path, fluidity. On the sleeping path, rigidity. But you are not in reverse. You're in the upright. You're behaving like a water sign, which is interesting because Capricorn, the opposite spectrum, is actually a water sign. Cancer. Virgo is a water sign. Opposite spectrum is Pisces. I don't know what the other one is. Taurus. Yeah, and Taurus on the opposite end of the spectrum is Scorpio. So here we are, Earth. We plant, we create, and we water it. Growth. No wonder they both came out together. Just got that. Let's grow. Oh, I said let's grow. Now let's go. Let's grow. Okay, here we go. Poet invokes the energy we need to heal. You are the rhythm, the beat, and the pulse. You remind us of being in rhythm with the movement of the planets and being in our bodies. As poet, your rhythmic nature brings meaning to how we express our lives. Sometimes, with words, you can stir the deepest emotions. You often speak pointedly from a place of pain or joy. Your rushing river of creativity has a quickness certain to bring the dead back to life. Your way of awakening, can you see this? Your way of awakening enters into our subconscious where all our secrets are inside. As poet, you are vitality. On the waking path, you are able to overcome obstacles by expanding your awareness of how to approach life. This new awareness brings fluidity to places that would normally stop or trap you. You know you are on the waking path when you are able to receive all that flows into the rhythm of your life. Rhythm is important to our staying conscious. Rhythm is important to our staying conscious of the life we are living. Out of breath. Our soul fights against numbness, blindness, and comatose states caused by the trauma in our lives. Maintaining a flow of energy for ourselves can be exhausting, but it is crucial. We can easily lose the rhythm of life. It is no coincidence that we have many spoken words by artists, many spoken word artists and rappers to call awake the soul sleepers every decade in humanity. Even if the screaming out is unbearable, the awakening still occurs. As a poet, you may use language, art, dance, theater, or simple conversation to confront secrets, challenge beliefs, and open the mind and heart to the unspeakable numbness and blindness we can feel, in which there is suppression of the true spirit and incorrect notions of superior and inferior people. On the sleeping path, I think I am going to read the sleeping path. On the sleeping path, you are not feeling in the body as much as you are thinking in the mind, like an air sign. Your own battle and loss of vitality can come when you are facing those, like today, you are facing those realities you may write about, speak about, or bringing to light. Your soul can move toward the very unconsciousness you are expressing. You can be in a deep sleep at this point. The vital signs are faint here. To be faced with your own numbness and blindness is to be aware of your own lack of rhythm, your own soul's despair. The key to your soul revival is transforming your thoughts into feelings. Come from air to water. What are you feeling? What are you feeling? What are you feeling? If your river of creativity is blocked by a lack of movement, stagnancy, and vitality in your life, it is a response to a lengthy stay in unconsciousness, not moving. Stagnation is deadly to you. Stagnation is deadly to you. Become aware of messages that might be in your dreams, your relationships, or your creative work. Your poet voice, which sometimes emerges from the suffering you feel, is the voice that can provide the inner reflection useful in healing all that ails you. Stagnation is your enemy. I despise stagnation. Anything or anyone that attempts to keep me stagnant, not moving, not progressing, I will eliminate with the quickness. I don't care how important I thought it was to me. That's just my own little spill. But that took growth. I'm going to go ahead and tarot this portion. Where are my cards? Excuse me. And suddenly the cards are just, okay, here we go. The sower. Oh, Spirit. All these cards. The word come forth with the cards. Not my energy come forth flowing, but the energy that you would have to say to Capricorn. So I want to make sure it's not my energy here. The sower. Collective earth signs. The weekend. September 27th. The sower. Upright. Well, okay then. There you go. Repeating cards, so I guess it is for you. Well, look at that. Two of Wands. Two of Water. Two of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Sun. Am I supposed to go further? Who knows? I'll just leave it at that. Let's do the Poet. The Poet. That did not come together well. The Poet. Poet. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Poet. and the energy for you. The Poet. Don't want to do anything to mix anything going on with me with anything I need to be channeling for you. The Poet. The Poet. The Poet. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn this weekend. The Poet. Maybe we should know about the Poet. Here we go. Here we are. Issue. This is like the Fool card. The Poet. New initiatives. On your right path. Very good. Yansa. Depends on what's around it to make it good or not. Fairies and Sifts. Seven of Swords. Yansa's not good here. Death. Ah, good for you. You put a death to Yansa, did you? And coming forth as the man. Good job. Good job. Yeah, and the man just scooted up like that. Yes, bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Earth. Very good. Good job. Okay. Let's go ahead and do your healing cards now. The Sower. The Sower. Planting seeds, creative, being creative, bringing life to the dead. Being in your element. Doing what you're brought here to do on this earth. How can we mature and grow? Because we all need healing somewhere. Head. Continue to use your intuition. The Sower. The Sower. Looks like this is just an encouragement for you, Earth signs. For the Sower. Autumn and Foundation. Adding maturity to your foundation. And the Poet. Let's go over here to the Poet. Who seems to be going through a little bit more impatience. Don't be impatient. You'll mess things up. Keep fluid. Things need time to grow. The Poet. Things need time to grow. You don't want to grow crap. You want quality. We know about quality, don't we, Earth? Stomach. You're struggling over here, huh, Poet, with something. Envy. No wonder I read the downside of this. Looks like you're coming through something receptive, but you are coming through it. One more. There. I knew it was one more. It's right here. Claustrophobia. That was the reason. All right. Earth signs. Let's go. Hey. But the other one didn't. You know your girlfriend. Ataka went several times though. All right. He loves that dog.
Get out.
He doesn't realize he loves it, but he loves that dog.
Get out. Go outside. Out.
Bye, Ray.
Out.
Bye, Taco.
Outside. You gotta force her to go outside. Go.
You know I'm a wuss.
Go. No. Outside. Go.
Okay. Here we go.
Stop. Go.
The Sower. You have 2 of fire and 2 of water. Fire and water. You're planting seeds. You're being creative. There's seeds in both hands. Fire, initiation, passion, movement, destruction, pain, fire, elimination, ashes. 2 of fire is a card of balance. Two like-minded. In this card's felines. Cats. Lion. Lioness. Male. Female. Same breed. Standing in front of a foundation, which is interesting because foundation is one of your emotional healing cards. I'm cold, excuse me. My friend keeps her house kind of cool. Give me a minute. I want to look into this, okay? Everything in this card is white, unassuming, unfilled in, uncolored, clean slate-ish. And there's a green door, mostly green. Green, the color of prosperity, growth, earth, health, wealth, money, land, possibilities. This is a card of possibilities. What you can do, what type of foundation you can grow when the two of you are in agreement, side by side. The sower. When the two of you are in agreement, planting, reaping the same thing side by side, whether that's two individuals or two minds, or united, yin and yang. When you are balanced, when you have balanced the masculine and the feminine within you, embrace them both. The possibilities are endless. You can knock on that door of opportunity and expect growth. The next card you have was the Two of Water. And interesting, they're seahorses. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe seahorses, the male, is it the male who carries the offspring? Do they not need in coitus to become pregnated? 2. Can one produce itself? Two sides of yourself. Two sides of yourself. Your dark and light nature. Your earth and water nature. Duality. Duality that you have reconciled within yourself. Accepted within yourself. See you. Yeah. Thanks for visiting. Yeah. Reconciled within yourself. I brought you to a place of strong foundation.
That dog really thought I was gone. I heard her. What are you doing?
So mean to the dogs. Poor dogs don't have a problem.
What are you doing?
Foundation. Legs and feet location. Firm foundation. 2 and 2 is 4. Sometimes. Leave it to the SAG to tell me that. Rootedness roots and grounds you. Your rooted is so earthy, in your element. The color of foundation is red emerging from green. Look at that. The key qualities of foundation is stability, groundedness, and common freaking sense. If you earth signs have nothing else, you have in your natural being, without even thinking, considering your mind is actually working correctly, common freaking sense. That is something attributed to earth signs. Got common sense. These are key qualities. We value what we have and everyday pleasures. We feel the beauty of humanity and the world. That is when you're in your healthy stance. When you're out of balance, this is balance. But when you're out of balance, we have unrealistic expectations. We have no clear sense of who we are. When we're out of balance, and every last one of us have been out of balance if we're an earth sign, we have to really, really come to grips with both sides of ourselves. When we're out of balance, we expect everyone else to rise to our expectations, the ones we can't even rise to. Oh, okay, yeah, those. Remember those? Those ones you say you're going to do such and such in this many years, and if you don't get it done in this many years, then you're not going to do it at all, or well, I did something, and how come you can't do it? You know, that kind of imbalance, unrealistic. All earth signs have that. Don't even try to say you don't. That's when you're out of balance. We don't come here in balance. Okay, we learn, mature, we accept both sides of our nature until we come into balance. Sometimes it takes a lifetime. Sometimes people never get there. So an affirmation, Taco! I know that no life could be better than the one I have now. See? That's groundedness. That's common sense. It is what it is. Whatever I have now, I appreciate now. And it cannot get any better than this until it does. And when it does, then it can't get any better than that until it does. It stops the unrealistic expectations. It allows you to live in the now. Autumn. Age range, prime of life. Has nothing to do with your age and everything to do with your maturity. Building, deepening, blossoming. You can build friendships. You can build yourself. You can blossom. You can deepen your connection. You can deepen your thought processes. You can deepen your experiences with reality, with life. We don't like surface stuff when we're maturing. Surface conversations, superficial emotions. That is no longer satisfying. Confidence, enlargement, love. I relish living in the moment. I gather my rich harvest and experiences. Head. The back and the front of the head, the facial features. Connectedness. Earth is a connectedness energy. It's blue emerging from white. Found in both of these cards. Blue emerging from white. Intuition. Very intuitive. Earth signs are very intuitive when they allow themselves to be, when they're in balance. Out of balance, we have a tendency to be rigid or irrational. We have imperfect perception. Still intuitive, but imperfect perception. When we're in balance, we communicate clearly and sincerely with others. We take note of all aspects in our judgment. That takes bravery, that takes courage, because we first do it here with ourselves. Affirmation. I am canny and perceptive, using reason and intuition in harmony, using reason and intuition. Reason and intuition. Alpha, beta, masculine, feminine, in harmony. That is you, the sower. I'm doing a potty dance now because I have to go to the bathroom. I wonder if I could pause. Nope, no pausing. Potty dance, potty dance, potty dance, potty dance. Okay. The poet. Oh, I have to get up and go to the bathroom. All right. I'll be back. Sorry, could not hold that. Thank you. Okay, for your patience. Let's see. All right. The poet. This is the water side of you, earth side here. Fluidity. Going with the flow. Or being rigid. Out of your element. When you're in poet mode, you're called to be fluid. To go with the flow. Not be earthy. Balancing both sides of yourself means you'll need to utilize both sides of yourself. Yourself, your person, your being. Issue. This is not found in the tarot deck that most is universally used. So I'm going to read that for you. Issue is like the Fool card. I'm not mistaken. Issue. Issue. Could be saying it wrong. Like African titles. So if anyone is familiar with this deck, forgive me on mispronouncing these words. And you can comment below to correct me. I actually like correction when corrected in love, meaning your intentions are pure. Issue. There's no correspondence for issue. So it's not like the Fool card, as I thought. So now I have to read it. What's the bottom of the deck? Earth. Issue is when you're moving towards your correct path. That I know. See, this card has four. It's at an intersection. This person is at an intersection. Excuse me. Look in one direction. Yeah, it's a unsightly looking thing. See the little, what is that? Cat, dog, that down there? Look at the feet. Okay, got the devil pitchfork. Looks unsightly, but it's a really good card. Okay. You know, sometimes we think we're on our right path, and life has to actually put us on our right path. I don't know where that come from, but that's what it is, This is one of the aspects of Iluga, Ilebra, meaning males out. I'm not reading all that. Let's just go straight to the meaning. Boy, it's a very long description. A virile man, full of vitality and knowledgeable about life, with the innocence of a small boy and the experience of an old man. That's who this character is. Time seems not to affect him. His energy is constant. He works untiringly and persistently as he tries to attain his goals. A poet. Well, I can't make this up. Just in case you don't understand what just happened, we're talking about the poet, your attribute. And this card is restating that. A poet. I like when things get clarified. A poet. To communicate with him, you will have to leave any internal fears aside and acknowledge in your heart all the precious gems he hoards. The card has a loyal and faithful personality, a good companion, a partner, a friend that will help you along the path you have started. The card governs the male genital organs, so this is masculine. This is a card with a high psychic content and may warn you about any danger or imbalance in this field. This is your protector. This energy, this masculine intuitive energy, sets you on your path and helps you along your way. Written and oral communication, fraternity, association, or lodge, fraternal and community feeling, abandonment of material things in favor of spiritual things. Your friend is the answer to your need. Your friend, when this card shows up, your friend is an answer to your needs. However, if it's next to something negative, which it is in this situation, badly influenced by other cards, infidelity, coolness, lack of sexual appetite, emotional upset, laziness, and lack of energy. Interesting. It's no wonder I read this card also in the reverse, even though it didn't come in the reverse. This card is to give us information about aspects of ourselves. Remember, there's two that we're talking about. No wonder it has a devil's pitchfork here. Looks like he got booze in his hand. And a cat at its side. You've got 4 directions here. And you're looking face forward. This card is telling us to use our intuition. Allow it to guide us. Putting negativity to the side. Not looking to the left or the right. Going forward. However, it's badly influenced with Yansa. This is an air element. If this is an individual in your life, this is an unfaithful friend. Means you no good. Means you harm. Fairies is next to that, which I believe has everything to do with life path. One second. Someone's trying to get you off of your path. And you have previously allowed it to happen. That's what I'm hearing. I say previously because the death card is here. You're moved away from that. 7 of Swords is here. Okay? You have previously allowed this to this individual who you thought was a friend, but now you're beginning to use your intuition. That's what I'm hearing. Strongly coming through. And now you are set on your possibly a friend. A wise friend has helped you. The words of a wise friend, or could be me if you guys are watching my channel, have helped you, set you on your right path. And if that's the case, praise God, because that is really what I exist to do. I feel I exist to do that. This is fairies and sifts. It may represent an old, mature man. Again, we have old and mature in here. A woman who is a dreamer, sensible, melancholic, inspired, a poet. Again, a poet. An artist, a teacher, a writer, a scientist, etc. Someone with a fine character and with strong conviction, faithful and tender. In combination with other negative cards, like Yansa, chemical processes with false illusions. Yansa is all about the illusion. Lost illusions, false prophets, false prospects. Could be prophets also. Projects with no ground or future. Yeah. This person is so was found in, I believe, water. Water signs was holding on to some type of energy, forcing this energy to stay in their lives, and it was killing them over and over and over again. But this is different. You earth signs have begun to use some common sense. This person is an unfaithful friend, pretending to be wise, pretending to be your friend, but there's death all around this individual. This individual comes from death. Everything about this energy is flighty. There's nothing to be grounded here. And when you ground this individual, it is through illusion. It all leads to an ending. It's meant to get you off of your path. But you're to fly free from that energy. And so you're doing. This is a 7 of swords, 7 of air. This is a card of abandonment. The babies have been left to fend for themselves. You are to leave this energy to fend for itself. Fly the nest. You are to end this situation. This is a past energy because it is against your path, and you will emerge as this mature, old, wise man. This is masculine. It started out with masculine. Possibly the first part was feminine, the sower, the creator. Now this is a masculine side. You must bring this, you must ground this. Emerge as this man. This man is his own star. It's coming to his being. He has evolved. He has arrived. He is now on his correct path. Yeah. Your healing cards are, at first you were impatient. It's too dark in here. Impatience, negative, is dissatisfied with the present moment. I long to accelerate time. I turn my back on the satisfactions of the now. I'm restless and ill at ease. But the positive is, impatient is eagerness for good things. I've no intention of wasting time. I'm in action mode. I'm eager to realize my vision of the future. Remember, stagnation is your enemy. But just because you're impatient doesn't mean you fall to the plights of Yansa energy. Energy that comes to steal and kill and take from you and show you an illusion. Look at Yansa. Show you an illusion, beguile you with her hair, appearing innocent in her pink, lusting, drawing you in with her nakedness, in her form, in her figure. When the stop. Base of everything she is from the depths of the grave. Past life energy, past life connection, past life bonds. You got to cut those cords. You can only fly so high with Yansa in your life. You have to learn to be okay with who you are. You are the star. You, not Yansa. Okay, call you back. Don't let your impatience be your downfall. Use that impatience to move forward in a grounded way. Claustrophobia. Claustrophobia shrinks my world. I feel pressure on all sides. I have no obvious escape route. My potential for growth has been limited because you're dibbling dabbling with Yansa. You're only going to grow as far as she can go. And she can't go far past the grave. She will stay in your past. She will keep you in your past. This energy will keep you remembering the past, will keep you fearful, will keep you impatient, will keep you stagnant. But on the positive, claustrophobia makes me look for new sources of oxygen. That's why you leave. That's why you fly the coop. New sources of oxygen. The energy of personality empowers me to break free. Liberation is heaven on earth. Liberation. Something must die so that you can live. Entrapment can only be temporary. When the spirit is restrained, it will always break free. Perceptive. You're using your intuition now. Highly intuitive. I look deep within myself and find the understanding I need. I value the wisdom of common sense and the lessons of experience. I use my mind to discover order in complexity. Order in complexity. This is your gift. Earth signs, this is your gift. Common sense isn't given to all. Envy. Perhaps you're so jealous of Yansa being set free. Let her go. She's not going anywhere. When you've grown, 50 years from now, you'll turn around and Yansa will still be doing the same thing. There is no reason to be jealous. She'll be right there ready to bring you right back down to where she is because she can't go any further than that. Envy. Envy is a deeply imagined possession, negative. Possession of another person's blessings. They have what I deserve. My lack of their good fortune disturbs my peace. Look at her. She looks like she's got everything. She doesn't have anything. Look at her. She's death. She can't go anywhere. She's jealous. This energy is jealous of your freedom, your ability to be free, your ability to die on purpose so that you can live. Positive. Envy, being deeply selfish, needs humility to overturn it. Death. There's nothing more humbling than death. From humility comes generosity and gratitude for what I have. I thank you, Lord, for what I have today. I thank you for my nakedness. I thank you for my honesty. True wealth is whatever I happen to have. Wanting more is living less. Stomach. Abdomen and solar plexus. This is where we begin creation. This is how we create. We create from our abdomen, our power source. Procreation. Green emerging from pink. Key qualities: sexuality, creativity, spontaneity. This is a very virile man here. But in the presence of Yansa, you may find yourself limp. She steals your virility. She makes you think you're not good enough. You're not big enough. You're not hard enough. You're not long enough. Death surrounds her. Whatever you are will die in her presence. Then you will allow her to die, because whatever in you that desired this dies, and you return to who you are. Virile, strong, masculine, powerful, sexual, sexy, creative, spontaneous. we can deal with, in balance, we can deal with life's challenges creatively. We have high self-esteem and believe in our own growth. High self-esteem, because we accept both sides of ourselves. And we believe in our own growth. We don't need Yansa to stroke our fake, what is it, stroke your ego or fake ego. It's not ego unless it comes right from you. It doesn't need anyone else stroking it. Out of balance, we are daunted by difficulty and we're passive. Avoid challenges. We have low self-esteem and expect disappointment. And trust me, Yansa will not disappoint you. She will always show up in a very disappointing way. This energy sucks the life out of you until it brings you back down into the grave. It lets you know that the only high and mighty individual here is her, and it is a feminine Jezebel energy. Affirmation. I walk tall with a sense of my inexhaustible power and rich potential. This has been your reading, Earth Signs. It has blessed me, and I hope it has blessed you.